Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Engineer Kim, a registered mechanical engineer and a freelance designer. Today, I'm excited to show you my latest project, the Breeder Hopper Conveyor. I'll walk you through all the parts, explain the specification, and show how the system works in handling materials efficiency. So let's get started. So let's start with the part 1, the base frame. Ito yung pinaka-foundation ng buong conveyor system. Kumbaga sa building, ito yung poste at pundasyon. Kahit gaano kaganda ang hopper at screw conveyor design mo, kapag mahina ang base frame, siguradong magkakaproblema. So sa design na to, gumamit ako ng 40 by 40 mm square hollow steel tube and 4 mm wall thickness. So bakit nga ba square tube ang gamit ko? Kasi mas madali siyang i-weld, mas stable sa corners at available halos sa lahat ng steel suppliers. Yung 4 mm thickness, sakto lang. Hindi sobrang bigat pero matibay para sa long-term use. So ano nga ba yung function ng base frame? Ito yung nagsisilbing suporta sa hopper, screw conveyor, motor, gearbox at syempre sa mismong load ng material. So dapat i-consider din natin yung combined weight. Okay, so for example, kung ang hopper mo ay 0.5 cubic meter capacity at puno ito ng rice grain, so approximately meron kang 600 kg per cubic meter. So that's equivalent to 300 kilos load agad, kasama pang motor, gearbox at pipe. For the design details naman, naglagay ako ng bracing sa bandang baba para hindi mag-wobble. Gumamit din ako ng gusset plates sa corners para mas strong ang welded joints. May mounting plates na drilled for bearings at motor-based kasi critical na naka-align lahat. So sa ilalim naman, nilagyan ko din ng adjustable leveling feet with rubber pads. Para kung hindi pantay ang floor, pwede mo i-adjust at iiwas sa vibration transfer. For the fabrication consideration naman, dapat tama ang cutting ng tubes. Kung mali ang angle, kahit 1 to 2 degrees, magkakaroon ng misalignment. So, mahalaga tong i-consider. Welding sequence ay importante din. Kung sabay-sabay sa isang side, magwa-warp yung frame, kaya dapat alternating welds. So, after welding, i-check ang squareness at flatness ng frame bago i-assemble ang ibang parts. Okay, so next, let's move to the part number 2, the hopper. Ito yung parang funnel kung saan nagsisimula ang lahat ng material flow. Ang function nito is ito yung nag-hold ng material temporarily. So dito nagagaling ang feed, papasok sa screw conveyor. So isa siya sa pinaka-crucial parts kasi kapag nag-plug dito, titigil ang buong system. So sa specs naman ng design ko, ang shape niya is trapezoidal hopper with sloping walls at 55 degrees. So for the material thickness naman, gumamit ako ng med steel, 4 to 5 mm. Kung construction materials naman is 3 mm stainless steel kung pang food. And for the capacity is gumamit ako ng 0.3 to 0.5 cubic meters. Okay, so kung nagtataka kayo bakit trapezoidal? Kasi mas stable ang structure, madaling i-fabricate with the flat sheet bending. Yung slope angle na 55 degree is tested na para sa gravity flow. Below 50 degree, so ang tendency niya is mag-stick ang materials. And then above 60 degree naman, magiging sobrang lapad at mahal ang material requirement. And for the design details naman, top opening is wide for AC loading. Bottom opening matches the screw inlet diameter which is 150 mm. May reinforcement flanges sa gilid para hindi ma-deform ang sheet kapag puno na. Pwede din lagyan ng removable cover kung kailangan protektahan against contamination. Then for the fabrication tips, kapag nagwe-welding ng hopper sheets, dapat naka-sequence para hindi mag-warp. Gumamit ng continuous welds, lalo na sa mga seams, para walang leakage ng powder. Kung stainless steel, iwasan ng contamination ng mild steel dust para hindi mag-rust. Okay, so for the operational issues and solutions, kung sticky material ang i-handle, pwede maglagay ng hopper vibrator. Kung sobrang light powder naman, pwedeng dagdagan ng agitator para maiwasan ang bridging. Yung parang nakahalang sa daloy. For food grade, weld must be polished para walang stock particles. Okay, so let's proceed to the part 3, the pipe casing. Okay, so now let's talk about the pipe casing. Okay, so ano nga ba yung function nito? Guides the material while the screw pushes it forward. Okay, so pinoprotektahan din ito yung mga screw from damage, prevents spillage at keeps flow consistent. And for the design specification naman, ang inner diameter niya is 150 mm. For the thickness, 4 mm steel plate. Ang length niya is around 1.5 meters for this project pero adjustable depending on requirement. So for the material naman, mild steel for general, stainless for food grade, flange ends for assembly and disassembly. Okay? So bakit nga ba 150 mm diameter? Kasi yung screw conveyor is also 150 mm diameter. Need allowance for clearance around 5 to 8 mm between flight and wall. Too tight is magkaka-friction and too loose naman is inefficiency. For the design consideration naman, so For the alignment, kahit maliit na error sa straightness ng pipe, pwede mag-cause ng vibration. Thickness is critical. Kung abrasive material, 4 mm minimum or may wear liner inside. Sa dulo, dapat may provision for bearings and motor mounting. For the fabrication tips, kung walang available na pipe na 150 mm, pwedeng gumamit ng roll plate na i-weld longitudinally. And finally, we're now at the heart of the system, the part number 4, shop and screw conveyor. Okay? So, ito talaga yung pinaka-working component na directly nagbo-move ng material along the conveyor. So, basically, ito yung rotating element na tumutulak ng material forward. And for the specification naman, so, unahin natin yung shop. Gumamit ako dito ng 40 mm solid round bar para sa rigidity at strength. And for the material naman, pwede siyang mild steel for general use. Pero kung food grade application, mas okay gumamit ng stainless steel. Supported ito ng pillow block bearing sa both ends para smooth ang rotation. And next naman yung screw. So, ang diameter ng screw is 150 mm and for the pitch is same 150 mm. So, equal sa screw diameter. This is the standard setup for uniform flow. So, for the thickness, I have a 4 mm steel plate na kinat at niroll tapos i-weld spirally sa shop. Para sa fabrication, kailangan talaga ng precision kasi kung may error sa welding, so magkakaroon ng imbalance. Okay, so that's all for today. We've completed a detailed walkthrough of our feeder hopper conveyor design. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to follow, like, share, and subscribe to stay updated in our upcoming engineering projects. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions or suggestions. Once again, I'm Engineer Kim. Thank you for watching and God bless everyone. See you on my next project. Bye-bye!